Renee hung up the phone, jumped off the bed, and ran into the bathroom to freshen up for her late night date. While she stood in her bathroom mirror putting on makeup, she stopped for a moment to look at her naked body. Girl, you gonna work. You gonna have to work your stuff tonight and have that nigga crawling back and begging for more of this here good shit. She said out loud to herself as she laughed. Rennie was a beautiful young black woman who was not afraid to take risks, and she was not afraid to go after what she wanted. And one of the things she wanted was a loving man, a man that she could call her very own, and that was Rennie's ultimate goal. Rennie rushed into her room and threw on a see-through gown that had fox fur trimming on the bottom of it. Her robe was all white, and all you could see was Rennie's dark nipples and the hair on her VJ through her gown. After Rennie was done getting all sexy for the man that was on his way to see her, she picked up a bottle of her perfume, sprayed it all over herself, and said, "Damn, this shit smells good." Just then, there were three knocks at her door. That must be him, she said to herself. Rennie switched to the door, moving her hips from side to side with such grace and confidence that when she opened up the door, the gentleman on the other side couldn't help but say, "God damn, baby." Rennie just stood there staring at him while he stood there staring at her. She thought to herself, this man is every bit of 300 pounds. What the fuck I'ma do with this big ass, with his big ass? She asked herself. Rennie was disappointed, but she let him come inside because he had come all the way to see her, and she didn't want to make him feel bad for taking his time just to come. How are you? He asked. I'm great, said Rennie, while trying not to look disgusted. Well, as you know, I'm Reginald, like I told you over the phone, and here I am in the flesh with you. And such a beautiful woman you are, he said while smiling with excitement. Rennie just smiled while trying to hold back her tears of disappointment. This nigga gonna tell me a big dude that's nicely built and his ass looked like a sideways mountain, she said to herself. Oh Lord, what the hell, she said. Reginald just looked at her and said, so, may I? He said as he pointed towards her left breast that was showing. Rennie shook her head and said, yeah. And Reginald began caressing and touching Rennie's breast. He began making moaning and grunting sounds as he started on Rennie's nipples. Rennie was so disgusted with what he was doing, and she said, come on, let's just get this over with. Reginald laughed and paid what she said no mind, and he pulled down his big pants and told Rennie to turn around and bend over, so she did. Reginald positioned himself and did 6 or 7 humps, made this loud moan, and then he was finished. All Rennie could see was his cheesy ass smile. Reginald stood up, reached into his pocket, pulled out $310, and set it down on Rennie's couch. Thank you for that, he said, and then he walked out of her house. Rennie ran into the bathroom and took a hot shower. Okay, everyone, that's my book called Chocolate Sins. The Chocolate Sin. And it can be found on Amazon.com, written by Horrez Plater, and it is a series. And this is the first series, the first episode, but it is out, and you can follow it if you like. Thank you. Bye.